Many thanks for staying with us on the newsroom. President Muhammadu Buhari, Senate President Ahmed Lawan and all the government officials are attending the unveiling of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company NNPC Limited. The event, which is taking place in Abuja, the nation's capital, also has in attendance the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Temitope Silva, and the Group Managing Director of NNPC, Mele Kyari, among other players in the oil and gas sectors. The transitioning from NNPC Group to NNPC Limited is in accordance with the Petroleum Industry Act. According to the Act, NNPC Limited will run a commercial and profit-focused organization under the Company and Allied Matters Act. And following the declaration of a two-day protest by the Nigeria Labour Congress to solidarize with the Academic Staff Union of Universities ASUU, some student bodies and other rights groups have backed the call to action. The National Association of University Students, in a statement on Tuesday, said its members were ever ready to join the NLC in the protest slated for July 26th and 27th, 2022. The statement, signed by the Deputy National President of the Association, Mohammed Ibrahim, asked students across the states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory to commence mobilization for the nationwide protest to end the lingering ASUU strike. And Aero Contractors has announced the temporary suspension of its scheduled passenger services operations. According to a statement by the management, the suspension is due to the impact of the challenging operating environment on the airline's daily operations and will take effect on Wednesday. Airlines in the country have battled challenges in recent times, mainly as a result of the upsurge in the price of aviation fuel and other issues. And a new study by researchers in the USA has shown that more persons reported experiencing heavier bleeding during menstruation after receiving COVID-19 vaccines. The researchers from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign and the Washington University in St. Louis School of Medicine revealed respondents reported differences in their periods, while bleeding was also reported by persons who were in post-menopause as well as persons who were on contraceptives that eliminates menstruation. And in business, the federal government says it is deploying digital technologies to enhance the country's agricultural sector to ensure food security in the country. The Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Muhammad Abubakar, disclosed this in Abuja while receiving the Standard Operating Procedures (SOPs) documents from the ministry's permanent secretary, while adding that it had become imperative to adopt technology for efficiency and productivity. Abubakar said the document is also a guide for the employee work process with the mandate to digitalize records and automation workflow in the ministry. On the global scene, the worst drought in 4 decades is raging through the Horn of Africa. The World Food Programme says up to 20 million people in Kenya, Ethiopia and Somalia are at risk of starvation by the end of the year. Somalia is bearing the brunt with half of the population now hungry. Hundreds of thousands of people are abandoning their homes in rural Somalia and heading to camps for the internally displaced. And in sports, Minister of Youth and Sports Development Sunday Dare has saluted the spirited display of Nigeria's Super Falcons after the defeat to Morocco in the second semi-finals of the African Women's Cup of Nations. Eulogizing the Falcons, Dare saluted the team's commitment and fighting spirit, adding that they displayed the never-say-die attitude of a true Nigerian. The 9-time champions bowed out gallantly with pride, losing 4-5 on penalties to host Morocco and will square up with Zambia on Friday, July 22nd in the third-place match of the tournament. Well, that's the latest update from the newsroom. Many thanks for staying with us. I am Mary Kanu.